In the long history of human civilization, ancient Egypt is undoubtedly a land full of mystery. Whether it's the pyramids or the pharaohs' tombs, there are countless unsolved mysteries. Among these, the most chilling is the curse of Tutankhamun. It's said that most of those who entered the tomb of this pharaoh died mysteriously within 10 years. Could this be the fulfillment of the pharaoh's curse, or is it something beyond current scientific understanding? Tutankhamun was a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty during Egypt's New Kingdom, ruling from around 1334 BC to 1323 or 1325 BC. His original name was Tutankhaten, meaning the living image of a 10, living image of a 10, but he later changed it to Tutankhamun, meaning the living image of a moon, signaling a shift in his religious devotion from the worship of the Aten to the god Amun. Tutankhamun's father was Akhenaten, who had attempted a religious reform by elevating Aten to the supreme god and moved the capital from Thebes, modern-day Luxor, to Akhetaten, weakening the power of the priests of Amun at the Karnak temple. However, after Akhenaten's death, the worship of Amun was restored, and the capital was returned to Thebes. When Tutankhamun ascended the throne, he continued to face religious conflict and political instability. Tutankhamun died at a young age, around 17 to 19 years old, and the cause of his death remains a mystery. Archaeologists found a wound on his head when examining his mummy, though it had partially healed before he died, possibly indicating an accident, though assassination can't be ruled out. X-ray images showed a dark spot at the back of his skull, suggesting he may have had a blunt force injury. However, in March 2005, Egyptian archaeologist and Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, Zahi Hawass, stated that after 3D scans of the mummy, it was concluded that the shadow on his skull wasn't caused by a blow, and there was no evidence he had been struck. The scans also showed a severe leg fracture, which was infected by bacteria. Yet since it's unclear whether the infection occurred before or after his death, the cause of death remains uncertain. Tutankhamun's tomb is located at the foot of a cliff in the Valley of the Kings, an area where many pharaohs were buried. This tomb is remarkably well preserved and is the most intact tomb found in ancient Egypt. Inside, there are brightly colored and detailed murals depicting religious rituals and burial scenes, representing the peak of Egypt's ancient artistic development. The tomb contains over 5,000 items, including jewelry, crafts, furniture, clothing, cosmetics, and weapons, making it like an extremely rich museum collection. The tomb had never been looted in over 3,000 years until it was discovered by British archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922. This discovery shocked the Western world and became a landmark moment in the history of archaeology. Howard Carter, born in London, was a renowned Egyptologist and a pioneer in the field. He began copying ancient Egyptian art and inscriptions at age 16, and later became an assistant to Sir Flinders Petrie, an eminent archaeologist in Egypt. In 1899, Carter was appointed as the supervisor of ancient Egyptian Nubian antiquities. In 1907, Carter received funding from Lord Carnarvon to continue his archaeological work. Lord Carnarvon's goal was to find Tutankhamun's tomb, as this pharaoh had been largely forgotten in history, and it was even unclear if he had existed. After 15 years of searching, Carter finally discovered a staircase leading to the tomb on November 4, 1922. He immediately notified Lord Carnarvon, who arrived with his daughter and others. After opening a small hole in the wall, Carter inserted a candle, and the light revealed a treasure trove of gold and jewels. After the discovery of the tomb, Carter retired from archaeology to become a collector. This discovery not only cemented Carter's name in history, but also brought Tutankhamun, once a relatively unknown young pharaoh, into the global spotlight. The tomb consists of 4 chambers, containing many items, including vividly colored murals focused on religious activities and burial scenes. The tomb's collection of jewels, crafts, furniture, clothing, cosmetics, and weapons exceeds 5,000 items, with the most famous being Tutankhamun's golden death mask, which closely resembles his own face and looks incredibly serene. Inside Tutankhamun's tomb, There's an eerie inscription: "Death will come on swift wings to whoever disturbs the Pharaoh's peace." This curse caused widespread attention when Carter discovered it in 1922. During the excavation, local Egyptian farmers spread rumors that the tomb was guarded by spirits and anyone who entered would mysteriously die. These rumors certainly added to the tomb's mystique. The first person to die mysteriously was Lord Carnarvon. It's said that before heading to Egypt, a fortune teller in London warned him that the trip would be dangerous. Upon arriving in Egypt, he visited the excavation site every day. One day, as he was about to enter the tomb, he was bitten by a small insect on his cheek, which immediately became painfully swollen. After returning to his residence, the swelling worsened, and while shaving, he accidentally cut the swollen area, leading to blood poisoning. After being rushed to the hospital, he developed a fever and died in his sleep, murmuring, "Tutankhamun, Pharaoh, and forgive me." When news of his death spread, the rumors of the curse intensified. It's said that on the day of his death, Cairo experienced a citywide power outage, and his dog in England also died. Later, another team member, Arthur Mace, was found unconscious in a hotel room in Cairo. Then George Gould, a friend of Lord Carnarvon who had visited the tomb, died from a fever. A scientist, Archibald Reed, who attempted to use X-rays to study Tutankhamun's cause of death, also passed away soon after returning to London. These series of mysterious deaths led many to believe in the curse of Tutankhamun. However, some skeptics argue that these deaths could have been coincidences or related to certain bacteria in the tomb. With advancements in science, researchers began using scientific methods to uncover the curse's secrets. They believed that the curse was a mere superstition and that a special bacteria in the tomb might be responsible for the deaths of those who entered. Scientists began to examine newly discovered Egyptian tombs for traces of toxic substances, hoping to explain the Pharaoh's curse. Similar curses are common on Egyptian tombs, but they weren't intended to harm modern tomb robbers. Instead, over thousands of years, mummies may harbor unknown toxic bacteria which could pose a threat to intruders. To test this hypothesis, scientists conducted thorough checks and analysis on Tutankhamun's tomb. They found that the air inside the tomb contained harmful microorganisms and fungal spores that could potentially harm humans under certain conditions. However, to determine whether these microorganisms and spores were directly responsible for the deaths, further research is needed. Aside from bacteria, scientists also considered other possible explanations. For example, the murals and decorations inside the tomb might contain radioactive or toxic chemicals, which could harm the body over time. But after testing, no such substances were found. Additionally, some scientists believe that the stress and fear of entering the tomb could have led to weakened health, making the individuals more vulnerable to diseases and bacteria. While this theory is plausible, it doesn't fully explain all the mysterious deaths. The curse of Tutankhamun not only drew wide attention at the time, but also had a lasting impact and sparked debates. This curse became a part of ancient Egypt's mysterious culture, attracting explorers and archaeologists. It also inspired countless literary and cinematic works, providing endless inspiration for imagination. However, the debate about the curse has never stopped. Some firmly believe in its supernatural power, while others remain skeptical, arguing that it's simply coincidence or phenomena not yet explained by science. In reality, not everyone involved in the excavation of Tutankhamun's tomb died. Most of them lived long, healthy lives, and those who did die may have succumbed to special bacteria or other causes in the tomb. Therefore, we shouldn't automatically attribute all these mysterious deaths to the curse. Furthermore, some scientists and archaeologists have conducted deeper studies on Tutankhamun's tomb. They found that the murals and decorations inside not only have immense artistic value, but also contain rich historical and cultural information. These discoveries provide us with valuable insights into ancient Egyptian civilization. The curse of Tutankhamun, as part of Egypt's mysterious culture, continues to fascinate people to this day. However, we shouldn't stay only on the mysterious and legendary level. Instead, we should use a scientific approach to explore the truth behind it. In the future, let's face challenges and opportunities with an open and inclusive mindset. Let's explore the mysteries and charm of human civilization, inherit and promote these precious cultural heritages, and also focus on scientific education and technological innovation, training more scientists and archaeologists to explore the unknown world. Finally, let's revisit the curse of Tutankhamun. While it's filled with mystery and fear, when we look at it through a scientific lens, we can see that it reflects humanity's quest for knowledge and understanding of the unknown. Let's explore the unknown with determination and courage. Together, let's write a new chapter in human civilization